Hi, everybody. I wanted to take a moment to talk about something that actually ask you guys a question about where your line is. And, I think that's an important question you need to ask yourself. Where that line is for you with all the crazy stuff that's been going on today. So I recently rewatched a trending movie on Netflix during the holiday break. And I hadn't seen this movie in years, but it had so many parallels going on in it from what I see today. I guess sometimes even a work of fiction can become a reality, much like, Orwell's 1984. The movie I'm referring to is V for Vendetta. I would encourage you to watch it again if you've seen it years ago. And, if you've never seen it, I really encourage you to watch it. The most glaring error in the movie is that it's never conservatives that want ultimate power. It seems to be the liberals, the progressives, the socialists. If history should teach us anything at all, it should at least be that it doesn't ever seem to be the conservatives, those that want more rights for the people and less government, that would have a government that would lead to tyranny. I'm going to take a speech from the movie that I changed slightly to drive a point home to everyone watching or listening. I found the speech to be very thought-invoking, I guess. So I pretty much copied it, but I did make some changes to it. So here goes. I do, like many of you, appreciate the comforts of everyday routine. I enjoy them as much as anyone. Let's take some time out of our daily lives to have a little chat. There are, of course, those that do not want us to speak. But why? Because while a stick, like the police and other law enforcement agencies, may be used in lieu of conversation, words will always retain their power. Words offer means to meaning. And for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth. And the truth is, there is something terribly wrong with this country, isn't there? Cruelty and injustice, intolerance and oppression. And where once you had freedom to object, to think and speak as you saw fit, you now have censors and surveillance coercing your conformity and soliciting your submission. How did this happen? Who is to blame? Certainly, there are those that are more responsible than others, and they should be held accountable. But again, truth being told, if you're looking for the guilty, you need only to look in a mirror. I know why you did it. I know you were afraid, and who wouldn't be? The media talks about war, environment, terror, disease. There are a myriad of problems which would conspire to corrupt your reason and rob you of your common sense. Fear got the best of you, and in your panic you turned to our now High Chancellor. Pick a name, Trudeau, Biden, whatever. He promised you order, he promised you peace, and all he demanded was your silent, obedient consent, while they break every rule that they make for you. When the people fear the government, that's tyranny. When the government fears the people, that's freedom. There will eventually come a time, the time that will be the most important in your life. They will eventually take everything from you. That seems to be the plan with the Great Reset. They may even one day imprison you for your ideas and take everything that you think that they can take, with the exception of maybe your life. And if, as I said before, if history has shown us anything, that is the path of socialist ideas. So my question to you guys is this: where is your line? At what point When your rights are infringed on, do you say enough is enough and actually make a stand? Will it be when you lose your job? There were almost 9 million people on CERB throughout this whole pandemic. Will it be when you lose your home? Will it be when they force you to get a vaccine so you're able to travel or work? Will it be when someone you love dies from suicide in this lockdown? Or with all the unknowns and warnings from the doctors, might it be when you or someone you love, falls ill from the vaccine? Will it be when your savings become worthless due to inflation and you find your savings being whittled away and you having to carry a duffel bag full of cash to buy a carton of milk? Will it be when you have no food in the cupboard? When will the line be reached for you? Ask yourself where that line is. Because many of us have said in the past, and I've heard many people that I've worked with in the past, tell me where their lines are. And yet, strangely enough, when there are protests out in front of the legislature, they're not there even saying anything. They're too busy with their day-to-day comforts and routines. They may agree with some of my ideas, but they can't even be bothered to click a like, leave a comment, or share the post to put it out to other like-minded individuals. Where is your line? I've heard people say, you'll get it when you pry it from my cold, dead fingers when talking about guns. But my suspicion is that most people, that's not their line. That they will be able to come and take your guns and you will give it to them freely, not prying it from your cold, dead fingers. So if that's not your line, where is it? Ask yourself truly where that line is, because many people have already said that this has already crossed the line. With all of the wrongs that our government has done, with all the lying and cheating that our government has done, and the non-disclosure, the non-transparency, that doesn't seem to be anyone's line. And it begs the question, where is it? Where is your line? It doesn't seem to me that many people here in Canada, at the very least, and many people in the U.S. have a line, although you're starting to see quite a bit of unrest with the lockdowns, the draconian lockdowns that are happening all around the United States. In mostly liberal, or Democrat states. Not unlike what's happening here. Where's your line? It's human nature to back out. I've seen this myself firsthand. I had a work experience years ago, many years ago, when we were being treated unfairly as employees. I led a drive to unionize the organization because we had individuals that did far less, that earned far more on the other side of the fence, that the balance of wages and the work that we did was completely unfair. And when I attempted to unionize the organization, I had many people raising their hands and saying, yes, sign me up. I'll stand with you. I will stand with you. Many, many people that said, just like with the whole gun thing, you can pry it from my cold, dead fingers. Oh, yeah, man, they can fire me. That's what I heard many times. I'll stand with you even if they fire me. Well, when the threat of losing people's jobs came into the picture, I had nobody standing with me. Now, in the end, I didn't lose my job. Nobody lost their job. But being treated like a par employee wasn't exactly a place that I wanted to be. The environment wasn't exactly what I wanted for myself, so I left and went to work for another company. This was in a time before social media. This This is commonplace, and I see it today. As I said, people are afraid to speak out. They won't even support a channel like this one, where, it's as simple as clicking a like button or leaving a comment. It's too much effort, and for some people, it seems to be far too much risk. So it tells me that there is no line for many people. As long as they are getting food on the table, or getting their YouTube fix or their TikTok fix, they will continue doing whatever they are asked, no matter what rights to privacy or personal freedoms they have to give up. So, honestly ask yourself where that line is for you. Ask yourself what needs to happen before you would be willing to stand up and actually, take a stand. At the very least, demonstrate and be out there telling your government that is supposed to be working for you, not the other way around. What's it going to take for you to actually take a stand and say something is not right and we will no longer stand for it? I know where my line is. I've been out there. I've made my presence shown. I've shown my presence. And I'm doing something about it here and now, trying to reach as many of you as I possibly can. But even, as I said, even those of you that agree with me seldom spread the word. But even if I can reach one person, I think that I've done my job. And with that, I will leave you to that thought. Where is your line? Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Just wanted to say, hope I didn't piss too many people off. That wasn't the intention of this. The intention was to show people where their line is and have a look in the mirror about the ideas they claim to support. Anyway, have a great day, and we'll see you guys next time.